Hey friends, I just wanted to make another video for you guys. I just read a great article again by Neon Revolt. This guy doesn't let up. He's on point and makes a lot of uh, great notations on a lot of things. But before I get into that, there was just some more Q posts that came out, um, and it was 12:52, and it says. Robert Byrd, KKK member. From my first day in Senate, I sought out his guidance. He was always generous with his time and his wisdom. And as Secretary of State, I couldn't rely on his advice. I continued to rely on his advice and counsel. Hillary Clinton, 2008. So she's getting advice and counsel from the Grand Wizard of the KKK. So it says it's time to learn the truth. Why are D's inspiring against activist groups to remove history? Slavery? Why are history books painting a different picture than before? Why are teachers following a new false script? Republicans are racist. In quotes, that's the script they're following. Learn the term projection. Ooh, I just said that in the last one. Learn the term projection. Why are they threatened? I said projection when they were talking about Time Magazine calling Donald Trump a rapist and a traitor. It's called projection. They want you controlled. They want you enslaved. They want you divided. They want you dependent on them. What has the Democratic Party done for the black population? What has the Republican Party done for the black population? What has POTUS done in 1 year? What is the net worth of black leaders today? Why does Pelosi mention MLK 74% of the time during weekly addresses? MLK was a conservative. Learn the truth. Riri drops slave grip of black population. Why do we look at skin color? Division. It's time to unite and fight for our freedom. Together we are strong. Apart we are weak. Patriots have no skin color. I completely agree with that. I wanted to say that Q wants to end the division, and then and only then can we rid this planet of evil, because they can't stop us if we are not divided. We are a powerhouse. Know that. And another thing, it says down here, why do we look at skin color? Because we are under a spell from MK Ultra, from how we are, from what history has created, but history has been manipulated to where we look back on things, especially in America, that have a lot to do with segregation and separation and us versus them and them versus us. It's all planned out because the last thing they want, their demise is if we unite, right? Why do kids not see color? Children don't see color. Children don't know what it is. It's learned. It's learned through federal schools or government-ran schools. It's learned through TV. It's learned through the things that are brought into your house and where you go every day. It's everywhere. Why is that? Because they want you under their control. They want to control us and separate us. Think about it. It's easy. Now, we can also say, in the last one where we have refugees coming into Canada and all of these migrants coming into Europe. Now, there's another way to look at this. Multiculturalism does not always work. It does not work when you have one that follows one religion and wants to dominate another sector of people who follow a different religion. It does not work that way, especially when these migrants follow something that dates back hundreds of thousands of years, hundreds or thousands of years, and they still live by that, where they have their women covered up and they stone people to death and they throw people off buildings. I mean, that just doesn't work. It's too out of date. It's too out of date. We're awakening. We're moving forward. There's no time for that. So Some things work, some things don't. But we need to get all on the same page. Why do you think this stuff is coming out with Kanye West? He's trying to awaken the black population for sure. And one other thing, what I didn't touch on, which I wanted to touch on, was down here um, with the Red Cross. Real quick, I wanted to talk about where does it say it? Red Cross Iran, Red Cross Pakistan. Define smuggle. What is being smuggled? What is being smuggled? Well, you could think of money, drugs, children, organs, etc. And this is funded by donations and subsidized or subsidized by taxpayers' money. So that's what I didn't get to. Also, I looked up when was the Red Cross made? When was it created? 1870, 148 years ago. In where? Guess where? The United Kingdom. It's all a scam. Think of how much money they've been around for 148 years. Multi-billion dollar charity, right? So, also one more thing, President George W. Bush is in intensive care. Former President George W. Bush has been hospitalized at the Houston Methodist Hospital and is intensive care. Bush went to the hospital just hours after the funeral of former First Lady Barbara Bush on Saturday. Let's just know that George W. Bush was in cahoots with assassinating John F. Kennedy. So, good riddance. That whole family's a waste. All right. Anyways, let's go to this. This is what we really want to get into. Now, this person, Neon Revolt. Go to this website, neonrevolt.com. They put out great stuff, and this came out today. So I wanted to share it with you because it's extremely important. And it starts as the world turns, decoded, QAnon, Great Awakening. This is my pet theory, developed with some assistance from Legionary over on MeWe, and currently being vetted by Anons on the research board. Something she said just triggered a connection in my brain, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but it seems to fit. So take it with a grain of salt until Q confirms. If you've been following QAnon for any length of time, you know that Q has posted the phrase, "as the world turns," on several occasions, most recently calling it a marker, meaning it's a sign for some kind of event or happening in the real world. He posts it every time a certain kind of event happens. Here's what is his most recent incidents where he clarified that it was a marker. And this was on the 21st, 2 days ago. And it says, as the world turns, marker. And he was talking about Maggie shown with Hussein. So the question as to what it was a marker for has really been bugging me for the past 2 days. Bugging is an understatement. It was driving me insane. What could it possibly mean? Let's review what's well known. Recently, the connection Agnes Nixon has emerged. Agnes was one of the original writers of the show, and as well as a grandmother of Obama's pet, Wendy Nixon. Oh, gross. Beyond that, we know it's tied to the JFK assassination because when JFK was shot, As the World Turns was playing on CBS, interrupted the broadcast with a bulletin. Okay. And that's when I put two and two together. It was so blindingly obvious, I kicked myself for not realizing it earlier. As the world turns is code for foiled Trump assassination attempt. Other sources, such as Benjamin Fulford's source, have told us that there have been multiple attempts on the president's life, and Q has always said this is not a game. A timeline would be really useful here, and reread each of these drops with these in mind. I'm not going to dig in and post links and pictures after each, but I will sum up what I know with a quick blurb. Frankly, each post becomes illuminated when you read it in the context of foiled assassination attempts. What follows is every time Q posted the phrase, "as the world turns," For clarity, these posts occurred on 421, 420, 48, 36, 215, 122, 113, 12 22 17, 12 9 17, 12 7 17, which would mean there have been at least 8 foiled assassination attempts on Trump or perhaps a member of his family. Post 288 on December 7th. Go A strike B0400 as the world turns. Q. Looks like Q first introduced the marker with a go code for some kind of retaliation. Makes sense if they were attacked. They would attack back. So we see 315 on December 9th. As the world turns, timestamp U.S. military against POTUS recent tweet. U.S. military, how many clues must we provide? Trump was all over Florida that day and gave a rally that evening in Pensacola. Perhaps they tried to attack him at the rally and it was stopped by white hats, the good guys. 432. Missile, Fox 3, splash, as the world turns, Red October on December 22nd. Looks like another retaliation post. Okay, and then we have another one. As the world turns, happy hunting, Jeremiah 20:11. And it says fly owls. And another retaliation, Neon Revolt says 586. This post, so we'll go down. Where does it say it? Let me check. As the world turns, be careful what you wish for. This is only the beginning. Forget the Russia setup. 1 of 22, 586. This post is actually directly related to the foiled assassination attempt, this time from FBI agents. Alright, so we'll go down to 772. He says, as the world turns, this is bigger than anyone can imagine. This one too is foiled assassination attempts, this time by taking remote control of vehicles along with MK Ultra, PDF from 1977. Q also reminded us of an incident where the driver said she lost control of her car and could not stop it. So this is when the motorcade was coming into Springfield, Missouri, and then a car comes out of the bushes and tries to sideswipe his, the president's car. And then right here we see North Korea, and it says, why is North Korea out of the news as the world turns? This is perhaps the most difficult one to decode. Either Q team considers North Korea denuclearization fits their criteria for the marker here, or there's something else going on. Perhaps there was an assassination attempt while Trump was overseas in Asia. Pure speculation here. Alright, so this one is the signal intercept, and it shows JFK Jr., old to new as the world turns. This document is about the CIA using satellites to send signals to down planes. Think JF Kennedy Jr. Think remote assassination via aircraft. Did the CIA try to take down Air Force One or Marine One, which with this tech? Alright, this one, this door will open later. The choice, this is 12/10, April 20th. The choice to know will be yours. End Q as the world turns Q. This one is cryptic. And then this one right here, it says, this is the one Maggie showed with Hussein. As the world turns marker, everything has meaning, everything. And this one is just for clarification about the marker. As far as I could see what about the differences in caps or lowercase, I like this Anon's theory. Lowercase equals thwarted before attempt, uppercase, security, cut them down. And just in case you wanted to count, as the world turns, 4, as the world turns, and capitalized 6. So that's my theory. Again, Q has not confirmed this, so don't take it as gospel. However, given the subject matter of each post, I think this is really likely a good interpretation. Let me know if Q says otherwise, as the world turns. So, you know, I mean, this person is really digging deep, and you know, I concur with him. I think he's right on the target. Really smart person. So, you know, please go to neonrevolt.com and show this person some love and spread his articles, because he is spreading great information. Trust me, he really is. If you found this informative, please click the thumbs up And also, please subscribe if you haven't yet. I also have a Patreon if you would like to donate so we can get this project up off the ground and have better quality for you. I am being shadow banned, so please click that blue bell to get notifications too. Um, Anyways, guys, it's late. It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast. I will talk to you later. Be safe out there, and good night.